Oh, for National Parks Tycoon. So let's just go back to the menu here, and we're just going to put Northern Europe on, and we're going to include the Greek monuments. Now you might see the Acropolis there. That is not included in the demo, but there are other Greek monuments there, so we're just going to move this up to 4. I'm going to click easy, and then we'll go generate map. We're not going to put any lakes or hills on this one. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to press the right mouse button down, and then press the left mouse button, and that allows us to teleport, so that you don't have to run everywhere. So if we look over here, we can see that there's a few ancient monuments hidden amongst these rocks. So we're going to try to incorporate these into the park. I'm going to try not to delete too much of the nature here, but I am going to get rid of these 2 trees here. So I'm going to go to sell, and you can see the park score is now -30. So that's a wee hit we've taken there due to chopping down some trees. We've now got to decide where our path's going to go. I'm going to try to bring it through there. Round here, there's another monument over here. So we'll loop round somehow. Let's go up the top of this rock and see how we can do this. Get ourselves a nice path to start with. Tricky, but let's go for it. So I'm going to click this, and now we're going to start. So where do I want the start of the path to go? I'll start the path here. We're going to come through, so I'm just right clicking where I want the path to go. I'm going to bring it through this little gully, little gap here, around here. This is where we're going to have some issues getting it back. So I'm just going to go straight through the trees. We'll be able to get round there, through there, and this way, up, and I'm going to swing round. I'm going to have to come around the back of the monument here, and then once it's done, I'm going to right click the other button and let it make the path. So we have our path. There's a lot of items on our path, trees, etc. So we can just go around, take out some of these. And what we're going to do is we're going to plant some more trees to get our park score back up a bit. Get rid of this silver birch. So you can see our park score's now at -180, which is quite low. But again, don't worry, we'll sort that out. Fine, I do need to be able to see, so I'm going to clear a few more trees than I would normally. The park score is now getting dangerously low, but we are making some cash off the sale of these trees. Right. So here's our park. Now let's get some bins in. And as you know, tourists will start dropping litter everywhere if there's no bins. So we'll get some in. And just round the back there. Now if tourists do start dropping litter, what's happened is that the gap's too big, or you've not got enough big trash bins to process the litter that's building up inside the bins, and they kind of overflow, and you will then end up with park penalties. You'll end up with rats, and things can spiral out of control quite quickly when you get to that point. So we need a few more bins. We're getting there, and soon we'll be able to open the park. on there. Okay, so now the important bins are these big ones. So I'm just going to put these here. I'm going to put 2. And as I said in the other video, these bins are going to process the smaller ones. Come up here, get all those indicators off. So that's our trash network sorted. Now we have to sort out the fact that we've hacked down quite a lot of trees and done our park score no good whatsoever. So I'm going to start planting spruce. A very cheap tree to buy. You won't make a massive fortune on it if you want to harvest it later on, but it is going to help us get the park score up. And that'll do for the spruce, I think. I'm then going to go for some oak. Can make more money on oak. Downside being that they cost more. You'll find that with all the trees, they all have different growing speeds, value, etc. So we're getting our park score now up, and we need it quite high to get some decent number of tourists. So I'm just going to fill this entire area with some more spruce. I'm actually going to sell this massive rock. I'm going to sell this, this, and this. And I'm going to carry on with the spruce planting. Now you can see that I'm not really taking too much care how these trees are kind of laid out. That's because they are all going to get chopped down later on. Because I'm going to put a path to these monuments over here. So that's us up to 1,100, right? What we'll do now is we will open the park. And the tourists will start to come in through here. And we'll get an indicator of how many tourists we're going to get. It won't be too many.
Wait a minute!
Because the park score's so low. I'm just going to clear up a wee bit of grass off the paths. That won't affect the park score. Now I'm going to get rid of those 2 trees, that rock. And I'm going to plant some oak in here. Might keep these ones. We're up to 11 tourists, that's not too bad. I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to bring in some benches. Now the benches are going to help these monuments generate a bit more donations. After all, tourists, if you were a tourist, you would like to actually have a seat. So a few round there. I'm going to try to make the most of these monuments. Another one in there. And I'm also going to put in some historic markers. So you can see that the historic marker basically tells the tourists what they're looking at and things like that. Very handy to use them. I'm then going to delete this rock here so that we've got this sculpture that somebody made way back in time. We're going to put a wee marker so people know what it is. And I'm even going to put a, no I'm not, I can't afford a picnic table. I'm going to put another bench in here. So we can see that this statue's had 5 visitors. It's got a bonus of 9 with the bins, seats, etc. This pillar's had 3 visitors. It's got a bonus of 23 because it's got a much wider area. So that's all looking good. We're getting visitors, which is the important thing. We've got 11 tourists. Now we're going to go to save. Game saved. Now we're going to go back to the main menu and we're back on the main menu. All we're going to do is we're going to click day, night, cycle on. Remember, But you can change the difficulty of the game at any point just by coming back to the main menu. We're going to keep it on easy. I'm just going to go more. There we go, we'll open the park. Now a few things will change because we're on day-night cycle. We will now pass through the seasons. I'll just come back a bit so I don't hear the tourists. Well, we'll now start passing through the seasons. So we're in 7th month 2022, and as we pass through the day we will come through the night. Now not every day is counted. The reason for that is because it would just take you so long to do a year that I speeded it up, so I think it's basically 7 days go for every 1 day. That way you can kind of pass through the entire year in, say, let's say an hour. Maybe a wee bit longer than an hour, but you get to experience the seasonal changes and things like that. So we're about to come into the night. And this is where you would start to build your wind turbines, solar panels, and start to put lighting around your park. Currently don't have enough cash to do that, but it's a lot of fun to light up your park. So we can see that there's lots of grass and things we still need to clear up, but the basics are now in and working. And remember that you can simply save the game, go back to the main menu and switch different settings on and off depending on what you're after. So we can now see that it's the 11th to the 7th, so in actual fact it's jumped 10 days. So a month will take 3 of these cycles. I thought that was a fair enough way to go about it. And when you start to introduce retail outlets like a burger stand or a hot dog stand that actually has a staff member, their wages will come off at the end of every month. Now if you're playing it on just normal, without the day-night cycle on, the way the wages work is that the wages are basically taken off every 5 minutes or so. You can check on the wages by going to staff, and you can see your staff information there. There used to be graphs and data here, line graphs and bar charts and all that showing you various things, but that's currently not available in this version. It will come back again in later versions. It's just that I'm waiting for the person who wrote the graph code to update it to this version of Unreal Engine. So that's it for this second tutorial video. I will be making more, but I hope this one's got you on your way to making a bigger park in the newer demo. So lots more space to play about with. Okay, that's it from me, such as 2D, and I hope you enjoy the game. As always, you can follow the game on itch, IndieDB, but to be kept right up to date, subscribe to the YouTube channel and you will get videos as and when I update the game. If you right click on these little donation boxes, then you will get some random rewards. Okay, that's it from me. Bye for now.